Alright, what's going on, good people? We back, man. Making more podcasts. This is your boy Kool, man. We at it again. Got my man Tripp, man. It's the second time around. We've been talking about it a long time, man. Trying to link up and post more content. So here we are. Let's do it. So, my man Tripp, what's going on with you, good brother?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the link up. You know what I mean? So. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of stuff been going on in the news. The news been busy. You know, really busy. You know, let's start off. We gotta start off with the main attraction, which is my man. Ain't man, but you know what I mean. The guy, the diddler,
Diddy.
Yes.
Where do we begin?
What are your thoughts on it?
So, all right. Originally, all the stuff they were charging him with, okay,
which
was they were trying to get him for what? Trafficking.
Sex trafficking. They got him on.
Wasn't tax stuff. What's the other one?
Prostitution. Racketeering.
That one.
That was a RICO charge.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's one of the first times that a RICO charge is typically an organization. It's more than one person within an organization. He's alone in this one, and they charge him with the RICO, which is weird. So I already knew he was gonna.
So my thing is,
get through that one.
If they're trying to charge him with this stuff,
right?
But everybody's testifying that he's a freak and all this stuff,
right?
Nobody said anything about kids in the whole trial.
No.
Okay. No, nothing was brought about people locked up, none of that stuff, just how much of a freak it was. Like, so what did any of that have to do with anything that they charged him?
It has nothing.
Because nothing led them from any of that to deal with any of the stuff that we thought was going to be charged with, human trafficking or any of that type.
No, there was really no other criminal charges. It just, honestly, from my perspective, it just showed that he's just nasty.
Yeah, which we all knew though.
We all knew that, but you don't have to go to court to be.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out what was the whole point then if they didn't get him for it.
I think it was so embarrassing.
They're getting him for some prostitution stuff on a mass scale. Okay.
Well, these are all voluntarily.
At this point, that's all you're charging him with is prostitution. All right, so he paid for some puss. Okay.
That's normal.
Dudes do that on the regular, taking somebody out on a date.
Facts.
Right? So, all right. He probably going to end up paying a big fine? Well, he's really going to do jail for paying for him?
Well, yes, because out of the 5 charges, the RICO charge, the racketeering, all of them, they dropped those, but the prostitution, he found him guilty on, which they saying, because it's 2 counts, each count holds roughly about 10 years, which is crazy because, like I said, I think they're just trying to make an example out of him. Nobody have ever gotten, I don't think, 10 years off of
not on prostitution.
For prostitution,
it's not gonna happen. He got too much money to make.
But he beat those other charges. But remember, also they denied his bond.
Yeah,
prostitution is not a crime enough to deny your bond. Now, murder, rape, some serious crimes like that, yes. So they're trying to make an example out of him by holding him in that position, which is weird. Yeah. That's not normal. He could have, even his kids was at the hearing and stuff. They was like, "Yeah, dad, you gonna get bond?" He got the money. We know that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a lot of weird. It's a lot of weird going on right now.
I think it was just more entertaining.
Yeah,
that's really what
it was. More of a distraction, I think, from other things going on.
Facts.
And it did its part.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in the next month or so, or 2 months, another famous person will get sacrificed or somehow. It'll be some rich person that goes missing or does something stupid and dies because they got to sacrifice somebody. Yeah. But every couple of years, they got to put somebody on the chopping block. You know what I mean? Well, especially a fresh president, and they got stuff they pushing through while we're paying attention to this. You know
I think that. I say that about politics. I think it's all a distraction. I don't. We over here paying attention to one thing. Meanwhile, under the table and behind closed doors, they doing something completely different. No, we would never fire see until it's too late. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, they like I said, it was more of an embarrassment. I think once he sued the liquor company that he had business with, I think they kind of put it out there. The situation with Cassie, which was crazy. They try to make it seem like she was the victim, but she played a major role into all of it. That just was their thing. That's from what I see.
Yeah,
that was their thing. They pay for prostitutes, which she, most times she arranged it. The freak off, she initiated a lot of it just as well as he did.
Yeah.
The video of him, in a hallway beating, hitting on her or whatever like that, which it was definitely wrong. But obviously,
so why didn't he get seen? That's another thing.
They didn't even charge him.
They didn't even charge him for domestic.
No.
So I'm like, wait a minute, y'all got on camera him beating this woman. I'm like, so that's got to be at least domestic,
right? But then also too, she didn't press no charges.
Yeah.
She didn't yell for help.
Look, when was the last
nothing?
When was the last time Cassie dropped the album? When was the last time she put something out that was a hit?
Nothing. She's known as Diddy's girl.
So, I hate to be the one to say it. She's staying where the money at.
Yes.
She's taking care of.
Right.
She's sacrificing her body for the lifestyle that she wants.
Okay, but she wanted these freak offs.
Yeah.
You got paid to be a freak.
Yeah.
She sued him for $30 million.
Yeah.
She sued him for $30 million and got compensated for that. Which at the end of the day, they signed the NBA. She wasn't even supposed to be in the shot. How the feds got that passed, I don't know. But she still was able to testify. But even within that, she was a part of all of that.
Yeah.
And the prostitute / sex worker, whatever you want to call it, he's been getting a few of them been getting an interview, and they say, "Listen, I didn't feel like I was a victim or anything like that. They paid me for a service, I provided, and that was just it. All their contacts was with her, never Diddy.
Yeah.
So that's just what they were into. So you basically just displayed that this man is nasty, but there's not really any real criminal charges. You showed in the video that he went off on her, but there was no she didn't scream for help, she didn't press charges, nothing like that. That was more the hotel that was trying to exploit him, and money. That's at the end of the day, that's all it was about.
It's always money.
It's always money. So she got paid already. But the crazy part is she got a husband who had to witness all and deal with all this shit. If I'm him, I'm suing her.
Bro.
I'm divorcing her, and I'm not suing, but I'm divorcing her.
Like, bro, to sit there
after sit there in court.
To sit there in court
and hear all of this stuff.
I'd have went and thrown up, bro. I'm like, nah, ain't no way.
There's no way.
I'm like, don't you touch me.
Man, nasty.
I'm going to spray you with some Lysol.
Multiple dude peeing on you.
Oh, God, bro.
It was nasty. It just shows she nasty, too. Yeah. But it's so crazy that they don't look at her as that. They treat her like she's a victim. Like, she was helpless. And she played a major role into all that. So that fight that they saw that P. Diddy, it looked like she snatched something and he was just chasing her to get it back. Because she could have called for help. That happened many years ago. That's probably like 10 years ago, but that happened. She didn't say nothing until they put all this stuff out. Yeah. Nasty trial. This trial, I don't know if it was longer than the OJ trial, but it was.
Nah, this wasn't nowhere near longer.
No, it wasn't long, but it was just a nasty trial.
OJ trial went on forever, I feel like.
It turned into a TV series.
Yeah.
It turned into a TV series. But this Diddy trial, it's overall, he's a fucked up dude.
Yeah, I mean,
nasty.
Don't get me wrong, he's nasty, but who ain't? Like, everybody out here doing nasty.
Is that a crime? That's the question.
Obviously not.
Well, they still locked up. So
this is the thing, especially if everybody gave consent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were all willing participants.
You know that there's an NDA somewhere signed and say, hey, look, this is what I was popping off tonight, but you can't ever say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or we're just going to bury your whole life. You know, we all know that exists.
Right.
So if you went in knowing that, you kind of set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that's what happens when you got a lot of money, a lot of drugs and everything.
And that goes with the territory.
And that's what comes with the life.
That goes with the territory. They were high, they were drunk, they was on drugs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We all been on drugs. I mean, you got to go do freak stuff.
No, I mean,
like you got to go, put other people's lives in danger and all that. Because then when something like this all comes out now, and everybody wants the money because you got it.
Right.
They're gonna say, "Well, we did this, but I was under drugs influence, and I was this, and this."
Right.
And it's like, well, hold up. We told you what was up with this type of party, bro.
Yeah, like, they knew. They were all willing participants.
You was eating the same thing I was eating that night. Like
yes.
we was all getting our freak on. That was the whole point. So, but
she was making the calls to all the prostitutes.
So it's
that's what they into. I don't think we didn't need to know that.
Yeah,
I was good with just. Yeah, I heard that he's nasty. You know what I'm saying? I heard about the freak off, so I just used my math. I was good just with that. The inside stuff, I didn't need to know all that stuff. You know what I mean? Dudes, for what I don't understand how you're okay with another guy busting your girl down in front of you and busting off on her, and then like I'm cool with that. I can't.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, right. Like
I'm good.
Whatever y'all into, that's what you're into. It didn't need to be displayed to the world though. Just hearing
that dude looks like he would be into that.
Oh, right. See, so to hear that, all right, this freak out's going on, I'd rather just hear with the rumor. I was cool with the rumor.
Not everything gotta be public.
Everything gotta be put, but they basically publicize it. It just shows him in a whole nother light. But then now his kids see him in a whole other light as well.
But they knew what was up too, man. Come on.
They didn't know the inside detail.
Everybody knew what was up.
They knew he probably was nasty, but they didn't know
how nasty.
How nasty.
I say 50-50 chance.
So, all right, question. Do you think he can come back from this once he get out?
As far as what?
See, just being relevant. Just being
the last time Diddy did anything.
He didn't have to, but he was still relevant.
He
still did it because he's a household name. Regardless if he did anything, he's one of them guys. He's already legendary. He don't have to do anything else.
I honestly think at this point,
he ran business behind closed doors. That's what he did.
I'll be honest with you. At this point,
everybody
just expects him to get off of everything and to just go back to the way it was, bro. Guarantee you. It's going to be like it almost didn't happen.
Bro. You know what I think he should do?
It was just enough of a distraction for people to be like, what's going on there? That now with all the other shit going on, you know what I mean? That everybody like kind of like, what the fuck ever again. Like,
well, I think
especially they dropped the bombshell that the Epstein files don't exist now.
Which is bullshit.
Hold up. How did we go from they were on your desk and you were going to release them to now they don't exist?
You see what they do to
and then Jazane Maxwell
so for the black man
still locked up on files that don't exist, but she's saying she's willing to go to fucking Congress or whoever the fuck and openly admit everything. Like, so wait, what's going on? So I give her like 2 weeks left.
So for Diddy, they exploit him and make him look like the bad guy, but Epstein, they tuck everything under.
Yeah, that's if he even did, bro.
I've heard
walked out of there.
I've heard that as well.
Come on, dude.
I've heard that as well.
You gotta think about it. All right.
The way he died, it didn't seem right.
If the man knew all the people that they say he knew, he had connections to all these different people that they say he had connections to, okay? Which apparently there's pictures of everybody with this dude.
Right.
He's like that dude that's in a picture of a whole bunch of famous motherfuckers that nobody like, wait, who's that guy? Who's that guy right there?
Right.
You know what I mean? And if somebody's like that is that connected, we've all seen movies where there's this guy that's connected. Like, you've seen Blacklist?
No, I didn't watch it. I know you're talking about it.
That'd be a good one to watch. Perfect example is the guy in that, right? He's connected to all these fucking crazy, fucked up organizations, people under like crazy shit, right? This is Epstein. We've seen this.
Right.
Okay.
He's well connected.
If you really think this guy is dead after all the people that he had shit on and everything, like, come on.
But if he's not dead, how did he get out of jail?
There's a certain level of fuck you that people to get. Epstein was at that fuck you level. You know what I mean?
Right. So how was he able to get out of jail if that's possible?
Dude, that's why there's a minute and like 8 seconds missing from the video, bro.
That was
I told you, that's all been tampered with, bro. Yeah, man. That's all you need is 30 seconds.
Did they have an autopsy? Did they have an autopsy?
No.
He could be hiding somewhere. Yeah. It's possible. I mean, he had enough money to do it.
That's if he was ever even in there in the first place. Because nobody ever showed no videos of him going into jail.
Yeah.
Where's that at? Is there even a video of someone walking him in, uncuffing him, letting him go in the cell and closing the door? Because the security camera's right on his door. So do we even have that? Nobody's even ever checked and said, wait a minute. When was he actually brought in? Where's the recording from that? Do we actually know that he was actually even in the cell in the first place?
2, and if he was in a cell, other inmates would have saw it.
Yeah. And who actually ever saw a picture of his face or his body when he died that wasn't a blurred out picture?
So I haven't seen it. Is it?
See what I'm saying? Nobody has. Ask somebody.
There's no pictures of him.
Nah, nobody's got a picture of it. There's nothing of nothing. You see what I'm saying? So who's to say he was even locked up in the first place?
That's wild. That's wild. If they can pull that off.
It's the U.S. government, dude. Look at all the stuff they've been pulling off for years.
Yeah,
Come on, dude. Hollywood, that's what I'm saying. They always got to, whenever they're up to some fuck shit, they got to tell us. That's what Hollywood is.
Well, they put it in the movies.
That's their way of telling us what's going to happen.
They subliminally put it in the movies.
They got to tell you. See, that's the whole part of the rules of the whole thing, is they actually have to tell you what they're going to do to you before they do it.
Right.
You see what I mean? And that's how they tell us.
And that's how they
get me down that rabbit hole, man.
So they basically hide things in plain sight. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they put it all in the movie. The movies. If you watch the movies will tell you what's going on. A lot of times, there's a lot of truth behind a lot of stuff that we see. Stuff that happened. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So,
but some funky stuff going on.
There's definitely some funky stuff. Funky. So, the next topic I was going to talk about was, and I just listened to this. So I didn't get all the information, but I got enough to talk about the WNBA, right?
Okay.
So, so the WNBA, the All-Star weekend was just passed, which is, I think it was yesterday. So
I didn't even know.
I didn't know either.
See, nobody knew.
So
nobody knew.
I'm a basketball fan, but I don't follow much of basketball. Even the NBA. I may watch a clip of a highlight.
Man, look, let's be honest.
I don't watch the entire game
since Jordan used to play when his prime. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once he stopped, it was kind of basketball. Kind of went. Kobe Bryant was the best thing, and LeBron second place after that. Sorry,
right.
That's the reality of it. Deal with it.
So I haven't really been following. That's a whole other conversation. So I haven't followed basketball like that. I just watched clips of it. So WNBA. So basically, what they saying today happened. The female, when the girls came out through the All-Star game, they had a shirt on saying, "We should be paid more," something in that realm. And I'm like, well, if you should be paid more, shouldn't you generate more?
Yeah.
I mean, that goes hand in hand with any kind of in your business, man. So you understand, if you're not bringing in the revenue, how could you pay an employee more money?
Yeah.
You can't give them a raise if you're not bringing in it. Like if you're in sales, if you're not,
it takes
selling,
money to make money.
Take money to make money. So if you're not right, if you're not selling, how could you ask for more? It doesn't make any sense. Now the NBA, from what I understand, is already subsidizing the WNBA. Is the reason why they exist.
You got the NBA,
right?
And they said, okay, here you go, think, and created the WNBA.
Right.
That's what you get.
Right.
We're funding this, even though you have never made any money for us at all.
Right. And from what they're saying is that within the last 10, 15, however long it was, each year they lose money.
Nobody's selling out.
No one's selling out. There's no one showing up. And I know a lot of women are getting, pissed off saying that, men don't support. But y'all don't support it either. Y'all don't support it.
I've not yet met anyone that says, hey, this weekend I'm going to a WNBA.
I've never met any female that ever went. I met a couple guys that actually went to a couple games, but I've never met any female who actually went to a game. Yeah. So if y'all not supporting each other, how you expect us to support y'all?
And if I'm already not, and this is the thing. So yes, you have a lot of people that are in sports, but then guess what? You have a lot of people that give a fuck. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day,
so really, now your demographic is real cut down. You know what I mean? So I've never even seen anybody wearing a WNBA jersey.
No. Well, now
you see what I'm saying?
With the 2 stars that's in the league, it's a few stars, but
when was the last time you seen somebody wearing one?
I've never.
See my point?
Yeah. Right, I definitely see a point. But Caitlin Clark and Angela Lee, they was the big topic a year or so ago. Now they rookies playing in the NBA. They kind of brought some traction to the league to where they're getting bigger deals, especially with the new NIL deal. The players are starting, sell their image, and they're making money there. So they brought that kind of attraction to the league. So they're actually gonna, the league is making a little bit more money now due to these two women. But they got hate just from other women that's already in the league. Like that.
It's gonna be a cat fight, bro.
Which is crazy. So they're helping, but y'all not supporting them because it's bringing more money. But now you're asking for more money because they said a lot of the players have to go overseas, such as a Brittany, Griner, when she went to Russia a couple years ago, to play to make extra money for the summer. It's almost like having a second job.
Yeah.
Because they're not making financially, not making enough. But now you have these two players who's bringing that kind of light, that energy to the league. You can ask for more money, I get it, but if you're not generating enough money, it doesn't make any sense.
And that's the thing.
And that's the bottom line.
And it's not
numbers.
I'll be honest with you, I tried watching the game one time. It just wasn't intense.
It's not as entertaining.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, all right, I gave it a shot.
Right.
But it just didn't do nothing.
But you can't force.
And I'm not even, and that's the thing, I'm not even a big sports guy. I don't even have any sports video games. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I just remember watching when Jordan played back in the day.
Right. It was
like the classic, like basketball players. Followed Kobe for a bit, and then after a while, I just didn't care no more.
Right. I mean, like I said, that's why we don't watch many games like that anymore. Everything is you'll watch the highlights, the clips, 2-3 minutes, and you're on to the next. Our attention span nowadays is a little off. You know what I mean?
Because this is my thing too. If you want more money, right? All right, so let's take your team. And who's the best right now? Who's the best 3 teams in the NBA right now?
In the NBA?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, OKC, they just won a championship.
Okay.
Well, I would say Indiana because they made it to the championship.
Okay.
And then I would say maybe Boston, but they just dismantled that team. But anyway, right. I would say those 3 teams.
So let's say
right
those 3 teams right now. Let's say they top in NBA right now.
Right.
Can 3 of your WNBA teams go against them, one team 1v1, and win?
No.
If you can't,
no.
Can your team generate?
They can't even be the highest.
What they generate for me?
Well, that's once again that's the thing. That's the bottom line. Numbers. Can you generate? Can you fill a house?
Yeah. Can you fill the? You're a comedian. Yo, you want a spot here now? Can you fill the house? If you're a band coming in, can you fill the house?
Right. Any art, any kind of entertainment, can you pack the house? Can you sell out a stadium? Can you sell out an arena? Can you sell out a club? If you can't sell out, you can't ask for more.
No. That's just the reality of it, man.
Yes.
So
it's all about sponsorship. Are the sponsors even investing in you guys?
I can't even remember the last time I really seen anybody wear an NBA jersey, dude. It's just not merch that people.
Well, we had our time. It was
like a time, but everybody wanted an Iverson jersey. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it was a time.
Yeah, people still buy a jersey. It's just
and even now people
they're not wearing it as a fashion.
They're buying the vintage ones that were from the '90s and shit. That
it's classic.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They're looking for those, not the newer shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's like
Bronny James jersey does sell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sells out. It sells out. And just people say because it's Pies, whatever it is, but they much as they hate on them, they definitely support them.
I feel like I just see more Under Armour than anything.
Under Armour's everywhere.
You know what I mean?
Under Armour's everywhere.
You would think Under Armour was a designer label the way people be rocking it.
Steph Curry is definitely an ambassador for it.
Icon, bro. I can give a fuck.
No. Have you seen the new facility?
Nah.
So here in Baltimore, this is the home of Under Armour. They just built a new warehouse store down on the peninsula, which is south of Baltimore. Beautiful area. Definitely Baltimore's a city on the rise. I was just down there earlier today. Very nice area. I didn't know they got a gym in there.
Oh no, dude, their facility's dope.
I did not know that.
I think at one point they actually had like a rock climbing wall and all kind of shit.
They all had it.
They
So
got all kind of crazy.
I was talking to a guy who worked there earlier today, and he was like, "Yeah, nah, man, they got a gym." That's mean like if you go to like Planet Fitness kind of thing, like yeah, they got a gym. I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's more than just an actual store to go shopping in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you ever seen that area down there,
I haven't been down there in a while.
Yo, bro, it's crazy.
I be grinding at the shop, man.
I know. You know what I mean?
That's where I be at.
Yeah, check out the smoke shop right here. What's the address again?
10621 York Road.
York Road.
Cockeysville, 21030, Maryland.
Yes, sir. House of Hayes. So down as I'm moving around, both I got many hustles, many jobs. You know what I mean? That's why I'm always on the move. So that whole area, Baltimore itself. We're gonna talk about Baltimore real quick. It's definitely a city on the rise. I'm starting to see the city become more diverse. Mm-hmm. For the most part, anybody know what it's just black and white. Mm-hmm. There's no Chinatown here. There's no other nationality. There's no community here for them. We're starting to see that now. Mm-hmm. So I think Baltimore is becoming a blend of DC and New York, where it's going to be almost like a melting pot.
You got to remember too, Maryland has been a segregated state for a long time.
Right.
So as much as like people think that Maryland is very blended, it is you can go down Northern Parkway right now. One half is mostly majority black neighborhood. The other side is majority Jewish.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it is still segregated in a lot of the parts of the state. But yes, Baltimore itself is starting to actually blend a lot more.
It's definitely, like I said, I'm around the city. I'm in and out. I'm constantly moving around. I'm gonna start, highlighting that a little bit more, so you can actually see what I see. And as I'm moving around the city, but I see Baltimore's for sale. Baltimore City for sale. If you're an investor, you're trying to get in, this is definitely a place to start. There's a lot of housing here to actually purchase and own.
Thing is, you want to research something funny.
What's that?
Look up who owns some of these properties. You know those houses that just been sitting in the city?
Yeah.
Just empty for years and years and years. Look up some of the people that own some of this stuff. You'll find it interesting. I'll let you go dig down that rabbit hole.
You know I am.
Go dig down that rabbit hole if you guys want to see who really owns
not
just
a lot of the
properties here in Maryland, especially in Baltimore City.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those empty houses. You can look up the addresses and look up the current owners and everything. Be surprised where that rabbit hole leads you.
Yeah.
Many different things.
Yeah.
So just do your research out here, people.
Yeah.
Be surprised who you think owns certain stuff out
Certain stuff, absolutely.
And they're just holding on to property purposely.
Yeah, because like I said, the city, I call Baltimore the hub of the East Coast.
It's a lot of the same people that own some of the properties down there too.
But like John Hopkins and the big
organizations down in that area where them empty houses are.
Well, on the east, because it's some on the east and the west.
Let's focus on east.
East side.
Like if you take Bel Air Road down to the city and shit.
Yes.
All right. A lot of empty stuff all down there, all going through rounds. A lot of areas. We all know. And be surprised who owns a lot of that stuff. Because the longer they own it in an area with high crime and keep it as almost in a condemned state.
Yep.
Okay. It keeps the property value down.
Yep.
Keeps the taxes low on them.
Yep.
So they can hold a property for years on fucking end and be paying low taxes as long as it's still a shitty area.
Right.
And then once they have enough of it, they can get the whole rest of the fucking neighborhoods. Then they just end up kicking everybody out. So well, fuck you.
They've been doing that already.
The whole goddamn
they've been doing it. It's been happening for the last 10 years.
And that's
longer than that, honestly.
But yes, go down that rabbit hole.
It's been happening. So this is why they, so in Baltimore's like a big circle. I always call it a big circle. And to best sum it up and explain it, it's like a big circle. You split it down the middle. The left side is the county, Baltimore County. The right side is Baltimore City. According to the news and statistics, roughly about 1,500 abandoned homes in Baltimore alone. They never included the warehouses. The amount of warehouses that I've seen, factories, that I've seen between the east, the west, and the south is hundreds. So it's so much value, so much property you can actually. It's a lot So I think what's going to happen, which is already happening, gentrification is happening. People move from the city to the county. They're fixing up the city slowly. I'm seeing them. They're working. When you ever in any city, you start seeing cranes. You start seeing them doing construction on the underground because Baltimore had a bad pipe problem. You start seeing construction crews everywhere. That's when you know the city is being reconstructed and on changes. So whether some people may look at it as changing for the better or the worse, that's all in your opinion. But it's actually changes. The question is, what are you going to do when as it's happening? Because once everything is completely fixed up, once the city looks decent, look nice, look cleaned up, the price of everything goes up, especially in real estate. The price of real estate goes up. Now the question is, are you going to stay? Because once that goes up, can you afford it? If you can't afford it, you're going to move. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got to move. So it's happening. So I try to advise people as much as I can to start planning and getting ready. It's already happening.
Once you see them Starbucks popping up.
Yeah, you start seeing the different markets, different store. Like it's T. Rowe Price, which is one of the biggest investment companies, period. Which is Maryland is the home of T. Rowe Price. They just built a new facility downtown. Big companies like that don't build a facility knowing that they're going to lose money. They know money here. We got the ports here, right? Big money. That bridge, the key bridge that fell a year ago. Most people who watch the news, you'll know that. That they're in the process of trying to rebuild the bridge, but what they're going to do is they're trying to open up the channel, which means more traffic can get through. Once more traffic can get through, that's just more money from import and export.
Had to get rid of that old bridge.
Oh yeah,
somehow.
Oh yeah, they had to get rid of the old bridge, and RP to the people who they sacrificed
and put a new one because certain shit's about to change.
So you
got to make it look.
You make it look good, right? So RP to the families who lost their loved ones, the workers that was on the bridge at the time when it happened. But yeah, once that bridge go back up, down by the ports for one, it's nothing but warehouses. Anytime you see warehouses, you see trucks. Trucks run the country. If truck driver was to stop, you'd be screwed. Yeah. During the pandemic, everything stopped but trucks. I know because I drive for a living, and I was on the road. You know what I'm saying? I was on the road, and I had a couple guys that I know that was on the road as well. We continue moving.
Though, COVID was dope for traffic, though, bro, because I could get anywhere in Maryland in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes anyway.
10 minutes easily, no traffic.
Yeah. I could get to Laurel in 10 minutes, bro. There was no cops didn't even want to pull you over.
Of course not.
All you had to do was cough a little bit.
Keep moving. They ain't want no plastic.
Gone.
I see the post, bro. Which was crazy during that time. I just switched topics.
We're doing dumb shit.
The dude took and wrote a note. So when the police put him over, he just put the note in the window. They were like, all right, just continue on. That was crazy. I forget what the note said, but
you could go from 83 to 695 all the way around the loop with a bottle of champagne and a blunt in your mouth, and nobody would touch you.
Nobody,
because COVID. It was a beautiful time, bro. I love the isolation.
It was a little bit of both.
Because, dude, some people lost it. A lot of people do. A lot of people there, they were being forced to be at home with their family, their girlfriend.
They didn't know how to deal with it.
People couldn't see their side chicks and shit.
They didn't know how to deal.
Okay, a lot of shit got fucked up.
Which is crazy. You don't even know.
That was hilarious.
This world is so chaotic that we're so busy that we constantly working. By the time you come home, you see your spouse or your kids 2, maybe 3 hours. So you, for a long period of time, all you're dealing with is your kids and your wife and your spouse or whatever. For that matter alone, now you're forced to deal with them for a whole 24 hours.
Yeah, motherfuckers sitting looking at their family. Look, husbands and everybody. Sitting there looking at the kids and the wife like,
oh, I can't stand
y'all.
Yeah.
I actually genuinely hate y'all guys. Like, holy shit. No wonder I work 60 hours a fucking week. I realized I forgot how much y'all suck.
I want to go back to
a lot of people realized they just didn't like each other.
They didn't like each other.
Look at how many people when COVID got lifted got divorced, broke up. All kind of shit.
All
Like,
kind
I've
of
been
shit.
locked up with this motherfucker for how long? I gotta get the hell out of here. Everybody went back to the streets, right?
Everybody went back to the streets.
And it created a whole goddamn shit show.
COVID was something else, bro.
Oh, and you had, dude, and it was wild. Because you had some people that were smart with whatever happened during COVID. You know what I mean? The government gave you money to do whatever you want.
For some people, yeah.
Okay? And what should some of y'all do?
Fuck it up.
Fucked it all up.
Especially the PPP loans and the unemployment.
Go to jail.
Scams.
You know what?
They catching people
go to jail for
that.
Don't even find them for the crime. Just lock them up for being stupid. It's just like the people that was doing the Chase thing with the writing checks, putting in the ATM, and then taking the money out because it fucking takes a couple days for it to run. Remember that?
No,
yeah, y'all remember that? The Chase glitch. It was the
they were writing check, putting it into the 8.
These dumb motherfuckers.
And it was giving them
a glitch that when you wrote out a check and deposited it, a bank will typically give you up to about 50% of the check. Okay,
right?
In the good faith that you're not giving them a bad check,
right?
So they can make some of it available to you. There's some banks that give you the whole thing.
They believe in people too much.
And what these motherfuckers doing when they would register that, then they would just take out as much as they could. Okay, because then at that point you can even walk into the bank and actually withdraw it. Okay, as long as you got your ID with you for your bank account and shit. Well, these motherfuckers didn't realize was, dude, what you're doing now is a federal crime, and you were writing a falsified check. You were writing a check that did not have the funds to back it. That's check fraud.
Yes.
And you took the money that they gave you. So they gave it pretty much what? I think it was like 30 days to either give the money back or you go in jail.
They took
and they wasn't playing.
And then, of course, if they doing this every day, they getting a lot of money. And once they had that kind of money, they probably was like, nah, I'll just do the time.
Like, y'all do realize that bank account is tied to your current address, phone number.
It's tied to so much.
Social security number, your date of birth, your workplace. They know where you at.
Right.
They're going to get their money.
Yes, they are.
Like, check fraud. Yeah.
Yeah. It was, you know what? A lot happened during the pandemic. A lot of people, health-wise, was affected. A lot of people passed away. A lot of us were nervous and scared. We didn't know how this was going to end. We didn't know if it was going to stop. But then a lot of people were making money. Some people lost money. But a lot of the scammers was scamming.
Bro, all you had to do was file unemployment, file for the other shit, stay your ass home,
bro. You getting paid to stay home, but it's still a scam.
Motherfuckers couldn't fucking handle it. I was like, dog. You ain't gotta do shit. This is vacation.
Crazy. People don't like.
This ain't using your PTO.
No.
It's just vacation.
Some people don't
go home.
They don't like being home.
The government said, go home. No, we're gonna still pay you. Go home. You good. It's okay.
People don't know how to be home.
Yeah. They couldn't fucking handle it.
No.
Bro. Are you kidding me? It was the best time of my fucking life, bro.
Hell yeah.
I didn't have to talk to anybody all goddamn.
Right.
Like,
you got a break.
I got to wake up whenever I wanted.
Yep.
Smoke as much as I wanted.
Yep.
The government paid me to smoke. Basically, they said, here's money. Go get weed. Dispensaries were open.
Yep.
So, the government told me to stay home, but I can go to the dispensary. So, why wouldn't I buy weed?
You got a break.
I watched every show that was possible.
Oh, yeah. You had no choice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you had no more time on your
How
hands.
can you be bored? You have everything possible to that. Like, plus, we can go outside.
Right.
We can go out and play.
Yep.
Just can't go nowhere.
You just can't be a certain feed of people.
As long as we don't go to work, nobody gave a fuck.
Nope. And if you want
that's the only thing you ain't got to do. Don't go to work.
And if you need to go to, well, you ain't got to go to the grocery store because you could just order it and then people are going to get it for you.
Sorry, you had an essential job. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I had an essential job at the time.
Yeah, like, my bad. Like, sorry.
Which is cool. I ain't mind. You know, I didn't have to deal with many people.
Oh, dude.
And the highways were clear, so.
If you paid off all your debt, literally is enough money that you could have paid off, like, people could have paid their debts off and everything.
Right.
Caught up. And been Gucci.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then go buy a TV if you want.
Right.
Or see if you have enough down to put it on a car and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The mother just blew it on alcohol, all kind of.
And that's what a lot of people did.
I'm like, bro, did you buy any like Bitcoin or anything?
Well, you know, most
this
people,
is free. This is free investment money.
Well,
and that's how I was looking at it. I'm like, bro, the government's literally giving us money.
But you know, we're late to the party as people. We don't know much about investments and finances and things like that. There's a lot of us out here that do know.
Google. Literally.
I no
longer give anyone the freedom of excuse.
No, you got to excuse. You got to know.
Now in 2025, You know how you can sit here and be like, oh, I don't know how to invest. Guess what? We all got smartphones, right?
That's a fact.
We all got YouTube on our phone. Don't tell me you don't. You're full of shit if you say you do.
Facts.
Everybody got YouTube. You can type in anything. How do I invest in Bitcoin? 10 steps to invest Bitcoin. How do I buy a stock?
I regret that.
You literally can look on there and weed through good shit.
I'm gonna tell you how I messed up. So I started learning.
You can even ask ChatGPT for crying
out loud. Now we got ChatGPT.
You can ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT. What are some good stocks for me to buy? How do I do this as a beginner? It will give you the most detailed fucking instructions.
Facts.
You have no excuse.
When did ChatGPT come? Because it wasn't out during the pandemic.
No, it wasn't. But you still had Google. Yeah. You still could look it up.
Facts.
But you had so much time
on your hands
that you could find the good videos and ones that were giving you bullshit. You could find ones that are good. You had enough time.
Enough time to sort through it.
But you wasted it. The government.
Well, people thought they would.
Nature. Okay, let's say nature did create the COVID virus and not the government.
Pandemic.
We'll go with that one.
Right.
Okay. We got a free pass.
Right.
To either learn more information.
True.
Better our life somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Become stress-free. Get to know who we really are. Look into ourselves. Okay. Mm-hmm. Look at the people we surround ourselves.
Facts.
Okay. You had all of us had a lot of opportunity to do things.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so caught up in our own little bubbles.
Right.
That we think everything's good because it just is. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, there's more to it to that. And now you have the opportunity to actually expand your shit.
Right.
You could have went online on Microsoft's website and got some training, paid $100, and now you can just go through all these courses and get different training and gain a skill while the government's paying you to do nothing.
But they didn't pay everybody.
You know, if you didn't, then that was your own fuck up. Because you had a lot of people, and I had people asking me, well, I fucked up because one time I got overpaid on unemployment and this and that got paid.
They denied me.
And there's always ways, dude.
I tried for 2 years after they denied me.
What? How though? There's gotta be.
So I was working at this trucking company, and the trucking company fired me. This is literally right before the pandemic happened. So I'm out of work. I wasn't worried about it because I could know I could find another job, and 2, I had some money put away. Pandemic ain't fully happy yet. So when the pandemic happened, I said, "Oh, I go and file for unemployment." They said, "Well, the company that you with, they challenging it." I said, "Yo, they fired me. Like they tried to make it seem like it was my fault. The reason why they fired me." So I fought them, and unemployment denied me. So now they denied me on that, but because of the pandemic, there was another part of the pandemic. I forget what it's called. I can't remember what it was. It was like a pandemic fund.
Mm.
So the regular unemployment, they denied me, but the pandemic fund, they approved me. All right, cool. Once I stopped paying me, they kept giving me the runaround. Every time I for one, if you try to call them at that time, you wasn't getting through. Mm-hmm. Phone lines are crazy. So I had to wait. Keep calling. Meanwhile, I'm trying to find jobs. Everything is kind of shut down for the most part. So for months, I'm out of work. But thank God I had a little bit of money put away to cover my bills. Still trying to get in contact with unemployment. Nothing. By the end of that year, which was 2020, I already had to find another job, move on. Still trying to get the information from them. Nothing. So I just kept up with it.
Do better, Maryland State.
So Maryland. So when I took and finally got in contact with somebody, and they tell me, "Oh yeah, well, see all your stuff here. You qualify for this. You was approved for this. They should have been paying you." I'm like, "Okay, so we almost a year in now. What's going on?" They was like, "Well, the show's here. We're gonna go to talk to the bosses or whatever." All right, cool. I'm waiting. So finally, when the offices finally opened back up, which is a year later, I said, "You know what? I'm not getting anything on the phone. Let me go into the office." I go into the office. They pull up my information. I had to do the virtual thing. When I sat there and I got on the computer and I talked to somebody, the guy looked. He said, "Listen, it's been like a year and a half now. You did this, did. Oh yeah, they owe you all of this. They owe you about 35 weeks of pay, which equivalent that would probably equal out to at least 20 grand. At least. Now, mind you, I done lost all this time. So I was working in the other, wherever the other game at the time, I'm working. But it wasn't paying much.
Yeah.
You know, I work a job where 800 every 2 weeks. I can't manage that.
Yeah.
So I'm falling behind. So finally, the guy, when I talked to the guy in unemployment, the virtual guy, he said, "All right, well, this is what they owe you. All right, cool. We're gonna set you with a adjudicator, whatever the hell. They're gonna contact you on this day. They're gonna send you money. All right, cool. I didn't hear from the adjudicator. Next day, I called them. I finally got somebody, and they go, "Oh yeah, well, yeah. So next week you should be getting your money. All right, cool." Bam. Next week I call again. They, "Oh yeah, we see a problem. Blah blah blah." And I'm just like, "Yo, what the?" They kept giving me the runaround. This happened for 2 years to a point I just stopped. So then once I stopped and I stopped pursuing it, and I said, I'm just gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm a hustler, so I grind. So I'm gonna figure it out. I'm moving around doing my thing. I get an email saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, oh you was approved for 3 weeks." 3 weeks. So which means you knew I was approved for all of these weeks. Why would you just grant me 3 of them out of the 40 weeks or whatever it was at this point now? They gave me the run back and forth, so they cut me a check for 3 weeks of pay, and that was it. All the other weeks, nothing. Mind you, all these scammers are scamming. They sending them thousands of dollars. I'm hearing from dudes getting $900 to $1,000 a week. I'm listening. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
They had it set up, right? So you filed
crazy
initial unemployment. Okay, basically it was like instant approval.
Right.
Then
so I thought
what they had, if it runs right, then they had on the like app or the program where you do on the PC, where you went in and it would have like these other folders that you would go into, like notification messages or some shit, and it would be like the thing for whatever extra money it was,
right,
that you had to accept it. If you ever did it, you wasn't going to get it. And they did like 3 or 4 different ones, I think it was. People, I mean, was bringing home like $1,300 a week and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's cake money.
Yeah.
Like,
nope, they gave me the runaround. It's crazy. So when unemployment initially denied, the supervisor at that time, you know, I had to go on a call with the supervisor, unemployment, and then that company's lawyer. I'm on the phone with all of them, and they talking what they talking, and yeah, they agree. And mind you, not even a month or two later, that same supervisor got fired, but he put in the word already to deny me. So for them years, I struggled trying to make up for the lost time. You know what I mean? I already ran out of all my savings. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. So some people I knew were successful at the pandemic when financially they got, you know, the government assisted them. Some people started businesses and things of that nature where they were, you know, they were private. I started during that time. I had to start my own. I started my truck company during that time. I try to run the best way I can as far as running. I wanted to get either a box truck and run with that because at that time you go on the low ball. The low balls was kicking out money.
uh-huh.
But because of the pandemic, the price gouge. So you can get a box truck maybe for 15, maybe 20 grand at the time. Once so many people lost their job during the pandemic, most people got into that because when you got a box truck, long as it's not over 26,000 pounds, you don't need a CDL license for that. You can just drive your regular license. So a lot of people just started jumping into the trucking world because it was an easy fix. You can make your own money, you can work your own hours, and you can make a couple grand a week. So because these companies knew that dealership, they raised the price. So now instead of you getting a vehicle for 15, 20 grand, now they charge you 80. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. So I grabbed the Sprinter van. I rented one out. It was working, but the money wasn't, I didn't have the resources that I needed to do it. I thought I did. I had a couple companies that I was dealing with, but they wasn't giving me enough contracts to survive. You know what I mean? Because now not only did I'm trying to survive and finance my business, but I still have to finance the roof of my head as well. So it just didn't work out long term. I had to shut it down. When I shut it down, just so happened the price of gas shot up, which put most truckers out of business. You know what I mean? So, the pandemic was definitely an experience, man. Some people were successful at it, some people wasn't. It happened. You know what I mean? We survived it, thank God. You know what I mean?
I got a vacation finally.
Right.
I hadn't had time off in years.
Nah, me either. I haven't.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
Wake up, go on my fucking balcony, drink my coffee, smoke my joint, put on some fucking weird music just to fuck with my neighbors.
Just mess with your
Oh, it was just fun just fucking with people, bro.
And you just stand away from people.
Fun, man.
Yep. You was your way for you wasn't catching COVID.
Stuck here, motherfucker.
Yep.
You gotta get to know your neighbors now.
You had no choice.
Yeah, you had no choice but to get to know your
no choice.
Neighbors.
So, but yeah, it was definitely a crazy, crazy time. Like I said, we were talking earlier that in our lifetime we've seen so much, so many times. You know what I mean? Talking music, entertainment, black excellence, the best TV show, the clothes, the fashion, Y2K, cell phone, introduced to the internet. We were the first generation to be introduced to all of that, so we're beyond blessed.
A lot of y'all brains would explode if we had to use dial-up right now.
Right, if they would just shut that internet down right now, most people have no idea what to do.
People would jump off buildings. We
would know how to survive.
I'd be fine.
I'll be fine. I've dealt with it before, so like I said, we the first generation.
The chessboard.
We have something. You know, get some cards, some play. We know how to
try to play Uno or some spades.
And even if we're not indoors, we go outside. We know how to play. We know how to figure things out. Yeah. You know what I mean? So this new generation, which is,
what I think our next attack will be.
What's that?
Our infrastructure. I think they'll go after like our internet first before they go after like our power and energy.
Well, it's only going to affect the new generation. Our generation, we're going to be fine. Yeah. We'll be all right.
We'll be mentally all right.
Yeah,
so much shit is coming.
It's so much, right? I get it, but we'll figure it out because we most
get yourself
at least half our life.
Radio, ham radio, be ready.
Get your Walkman or something. You don't even know what a Walkman is. You know what I mean? Like half our life, we grew up
AM, FM radios. They used to run off like 2 AAA batteries.
Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Playing the old, Atari, the Game Boys, and I think of the Game Boy on your wrist. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So we know how to survive outside of the internet.
Grew up on cooler shit than all.
Listen, they had no choice, but they grew up in it. This is all they know.
Our toys almost killed us. Dude, remember all the ones with like the cat fire in the back of it and shit that always spark real high? Right. I bet not have on a wool sweater.
What's funny? Me and Shorty just took and brought the old Super Soakers, the water guns.
Oh shit, yeah.
Remember when they first came out in the 90s?
Remember when they first came out with the backpack one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had that. Me and my boy, man, back in the day,
Bro, you used to be able to get a Super Soaker.
We didn't have the money.
$5, $10.
Yeah, we didn't have the money to buy it. It was like $20 at that time. $20 was a lot of money in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We didn't have the money. We were too young to work a job, whatever like that. So my boy had a little hustle.
All different size ones.
Yes, they did. Me and my boy, he hustled, man. So I had my boy Skip. He every weekend he just dip early in the morning. I'm like, yo, will you come back hours later with money in his hand? So he put me on what he was doing. He was going to the grocery store, and what he was doing was packing bags. When people buy their groceries, you would pack their bags for them. Boop, boop. The cashier wasn't doing it then.
Oh snap!
We did.
Yeah, we had baggers.
You know what I mean? We did. We packed the bag for them. We get into sometimes we help them to their car, and people used to give us tips. So we got up like maybe $35, $40 in the morning for a 13, 14-year-old kid, and we lit. So we went down to the little Ave. They got our little Super Soaker. When they first came out, it's like $20. Got that, got a little Subway sandwich. We was chilling. We almost got robbed for this shit.
Back in the day when if you had $20 on you could have a day, bro.
Yes.
Like you could eat, get a bus pass and everything the whole day and be solid.
Yes. Yep. So that, there were different times, but that's just what it was. So, like I said, we're in a digital world, and You know, technology is what it is. It's only increasing. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
Technology is only increasing. Where we went from no cell phone, we had the car phone to cell phone to the internet to we had beepers, we had payphones are gone. To now, eventually, they're talking about cell phones is going to be a chip inside you.
Nah, I'm good.
You're gonna be like this, yeah. Tap the back of your neck, yeah. Hello.
Most
you know how crazy that's gonna look.
Most technology I want installed on me is like maybe some cyberpunk style shit. Like, give me a fresh set of knees. You know what I mean?
They got surgery for that.
Yeah, but like I want like
they can make you taller too.
I want like see, fuck all that.
You be like 6'6", 6'5".
Nah, I don't need all that, bro. I'm good where I'm at. I'm cool. I just want like some like nanites to go in there, reconstruct shit naturally. You know what I mean? Just reinforce it. I don't need to be super strength shit. I just want it like reinforced.
You want to be
motherfuckers don't get as we get older, bro. Your knees will start to go first.
Yeah,
that's
why we gotta exercise.
Yeah, that's like replace that. Like,
that's why we gotta exercise.
I want some sci-fi shit.
Right,
it'd be like some cybernetic like knees on the inside.
Hold on, you said cyber knees?
Cybernetic knees, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want some nanites in my shit.
Right. See, I'm not doing that. I want no kind of surgery. The surgery that's going on now. In today's world, especially this crazy surgery that a lot of these women are doing, the BBL, the breast reduction, the lip.
Don't nobody like that shit.
Even the guys are doing it. The guys getting the stomach done. I heard dudes getting their manhood,
bro.
I heard dudes getting their manhood done. You know what I mean?
Stop eating like shit and go work out. Go walk.
Nah, but if you're trying to get your man extended, that's not the ain't doing the workout.
Oh, you mean like
yeah. You know what I mean? You was 6, now you're 12. You know what I mean?
Oh, stop. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yo, people crazy.
Oh wow.
I think everybody who get them kind of surgeries, mentally something wrong with you.
Leave your junk alone.
You're mutating your body. They don't look at that long term. The BBLs and all that stuff. This is why a lot of the girls now. What's the girl? Cardi B had it, and the dude she was with, they split, and he was saying that a box thing. What it was, the BBL starting to leak. That's what I'm saying. So you may not smell, but because of leave that alone. You're not gonna look good. You're like going to diet. Stop eating.
Get the Stairmaster.
Yes, eat.
Work out.
Eat natural food, juice, vegetables.
We just don't give a fuck, you know.
Right.
But don't stop trying to. Do it the real way instead of the fake way.
Right. You know what's okay? I see
it'll look better.
It definitely will. I seen a post today. Right. It was. Internet don't lose. It's
undefeated.
It's definitely undefeated. It's Cardi B lost a husband and a boyfriend in 7 months. I guess that whopping hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, it just don't look right. Every time I've seen one, I'm like,
yeah. But they think that we like it.
Body dysmorphia, man. You got love yourself more. Like nobody, a lot of guys don't really give a fuck about that.
They think we do, but we don't.
We really don't.
Well, they don't listen to us. We tell them.
That's a different stream.
I try to stay away from the conversation. You know what I mean? So it's should get weird.
Accountability.
What? What's that?
Yeah, it's scary.
Man, that's a scary word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get cussed out for that.
I'd be willing to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh shit.
I'd be down.
You trying to start some shit?
Fuck it.
You trying to start some shit?
We'll just burn it all down.
Man.
Fuck it.
Man.
Like right now, let's be honest. Right now, there's a woman mad at a man for something anyway. So who gives a fuck?
Well, we always,
you know what I mean.
Well, we always to blame.
Yeah, it's always our fault anyway. So
always.
We might as well talk about it.
Until the next time, we ain't gonna touch on that. Yeah, that's
to be continued.
To be continued. That's we're gonna leave it at that. The saga continues.
Well, that's right. What's that to be continued? Would be to be accountable.
Yes. Ooh. Maybe we can make that the title.
Yeah.
Make that the title. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be a different one.
Yeah.
But yo, man, my man Tripp, man, as always, man, pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Good convo, man. Good, you know what I mean? Good topic we sitting there touching on, man. Hit me in the comments, like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Kool now. Make a Move podcast. I'm moving, grooving. We always moving. From business to business, from brother to brother, love to love. Till the next time, we out of here. Peace. My God.